And here in studio, I have with me Mr. Choeib Boutamine, Oil and Gas Advisor and CEO of RANADRILL. Gentlemen, thank you indeed for agreeing to be with us here. Mr. Choeib Boutamine, perhaps you can give us further, let's say, you're going to shed some light here on the economic aspect, especially that, as Dr. Hamoud Sahib was saying, is that Emmanuel Macron didn't really bring something different, and they all resemble, all French presidents actually resemble when they come and they try to focus on the future and on friendship. Mm-hmm. So, according to you, what positive outcomes do you think we're going to have after this visit, especially at the economic level?
Okay, good afternoon. I believe that the visit of Macron to Algeria came in a very critical time. The objective, the aim of the goal of this visit is to lessen the impact of the energetical crisis Europe is living today. So Macron's visit to Algeria is to rekindle the relationship with Algeria. As you know, France has a very black file kind of memory of history of Algeria, and since several months, relationship between Algeria and France was not really good. Mm-hmm. So the visit of Macron to Algeria is to calm down the situation. I believe that many European leaders actually are scrambling to Algeria, looking for help or for support from Algeria to boost its gas and oil supplies to Europe. Mm-hmm. Let me highlight that in France last Friday, the megawatt hour of electricity rose to 1,100 euros per megawatt. In Germany was 950 euros per megawatt. So in France, it has actually the most expensive price of megawatt hour of electricity. Mm-hmm. So when Macron said that France doesn't depend mainly to the gas, I say, your declaration is correct, but in 2021, in 2022, this summer, with the heat wave hitting Europe, with the drought, with the level of rivers, water in rivers, very low levels. Mm-hmm. So the reactors in France, as you know, France is getting its electricity from 75% from the nuclear plants. Mm-hmm. So because of this drought and the warm water of rivers, that water could not really cool the facility, the reactors, the nuclear reactors. And actually, EDF, Electricity de France, Electricité de France, declared that only 50% of reactors are working actually in France. Mm-hmm. So they have less energy generated from the nuclear. So Macron's visit to Algeria, I believe part of it is looking for energy. Mm-hmm. So there is nothing to hide about this.
Yes,
so
but
to
then
get
perhaps,
it that
he was a little late after the Italian got a good deal with Algerians.
Yeah, France was putting some kind of pressure on Algeria, mm-hmm. Putting some pressure, but Algeria didn't lose time. We have in a relationship, in economy, in investment, we don't lose opportunities. Mm-hmm. We have a good relationship with Italy. We did a good contract with Italy, and I guess Total Energy was involved in that project, and the contract has been signed before last of July. Mm-hmm. So the situation in France is very difficult. They are living a dire situation in kind of energy. Mm-hmm. So there is nothing to hide about this, to say that France is dependent only to nuclear or not to gas. Gas, the Algerian gas today, is a priority for Europe. So the European purchase from Algeria are increasing, and we are pumping more gas in the upcoming weeks and months through the pipeline Algeria to Italy. And maybe, let me tell you something, the last few years, mm-hmm. France was selling electricity to many European countries. Today, France is buying electricity from Italy and from Spain. And maybe the electricity is the electricity generated in Italy, the resource of it may be the Algerian gas. Mm-hmm. So directly or indirectly, France is gaining a benefit, a profit of the Algerian gas.
We direct this question to you, Mr. Choeib Boutamine. Regarding the comments that Emmanuel Macron made regarding the visas, how do you find this easing of the measures of obtaining visas for Algerian businessmen and, of course, professionals after it was used as a means of pressure against Algeria?
Okay. First of all, I have heard the speech of Emmanuel Macron, and he said that we have the same history, sharing a good history, sharing many things with Algerians. France today, since a long time, since decades, is using visa as a power, as a pressure on the Algerian government, on the Algerians. It's not logic to see more than 7 million Algerians living in France, and they have family members here living in Algeria. And when you apply for a visa, you cannot get it. You cannot get a visa to visit your father, to visit your son, to visit any one of your family members.
Indeed.
So this is, if we rely the speech of Macron that we are sharing the same history, if we are sharing the same history with families or all, why do you make objection to the visa for Algerians willing to visit France? So I believe that we're still a little bit far from the trust between Algeria and France, because if we want to make to pave the way for the good relationship, we have to give the good signs. Good signs that we are going to help to work together and to increase the mobility between Algerians and the French. They have double nationalities, from Algerians or from French. So I think that the feeling of France today is that it has a feeling that it's losing a market share in Algeria, because actually China is the main partner of Algeria, economic partner for Algeria. Some years ago, France was leading this position. So Algeria, if you see Algeria in the last few months, we have been signing many European leaders or Asians are scrambling to visit Algeria. And you will see that discoveries have been declared by Sonatrach. We have just few days, we have discovered a good oil reserve in Adrar. We had a good discovery in Hassermal. So we have a continuous working time in Algerian in the energy sector. France has this feeling that it's not taking its market share from Algeria, it's losing to another superpowers. Let's say China, let's say Russia, and let's say United States and Italy. So the situation now in France, the governments in France, they have this feeling that the former colony is dealing with other partners, and inside in the government in France, they want to put more pressure in Algeria in kind of visa. So the time Algerian reply was not, if you put the pressure on visa, we open the ways to investment, to another market time. We work with other companies, other countries in the world. So if you put pressure, we can open the ways to another relationship, to another strategic relationship. And this is how the business of the investment we work. I remember that China got a good contract in the mine, in the iron mine in Gharb Jbilat. It's the biggest iron mine in Africa, and France, I believe, didn't swallow this very good. How China is taking some market share in Algeria from its former colony. So France today has to understand that we have to deal situation is peer to peer.
Yes.
No need to deal Algeria as a former colony and we impose the laws and regulation on this country. So we have coming forward. We have to deal investment and Sonatrach. If it makes a tender, an asset, if it designs an asset, we will open tenders for all the companies in the world, from France, from Germany, from Italy, from any country in the world. So these are the laws of investment in the future.
Very nice indeed. Thank you so much, Mr. Boutamine.